Hey, what is up, fellow Starfield fans? Thought I'd kind of take a moment here to show off my base. Got to give credit where credit's due. There are a lot of good mod authors who've helped by supplying parts to build stuff that the vanilla Starfield game needs a little work with, but I still love this game. It's my favorite all-time game, and some of my favorite people have made it even better. So let's get into that right now. Yeah, I like this planet. This is Numera 1. If you kind of look off in the distance there, it almost looks like a Stonehenge kind of thing. But I found myself along the coast, and this is actually two outposts in one. That's kind of what I was trying to show off at the very beginning. Down here is the newest bit that I've been working on. Uh, it's using a lot of these Betamax build pieces here. I'm trying to rough out an outline of how I want my foundations to go. And I'm currently trying to grow some structures because I need a lot of that. But that's something this planet natively provides. So, yeah. But yeah, Betamax, he's one of the first people that I'm going to list because I love his stuff. It really makes building easy between the functional decor and the outpost things. He just does an awesome job. So let's go over the hill here and we'll get a big proper look at things. Might go from this angle. It may give us a better look at the base, assuming everything loads in, because like I said, it's basically two bases in one. And this stuff, this is what's making everything slimy. I'll show you that too. So we climb up to the top here. And we'll see a little bit more. I wanted to get like a Viking structure, kind of like a longhouse kind of look for my guy because he's a nomad. So that's basically where he's going to live once I build it out and it becomes home. But just kind of popping down the hill here. You'll see a really cool hab here, Finn Harlan, who actually who made the outfit that I'm wearing. Yeah, who are you wearing? I'm wearing Finn Harlan. No, seriously, she does great work. She's the one who really fleshed out the nautical mod that Bethesda put out. She just had a couple habs, and Ashlander Living, she's done that, and then she's made these really cool looking. Look at these floors, man. And also, I like that it contrasts with, this looks like it's just kind of taped up, like you're starting on your floors and you need to work on your walls. And that's kind of a theme with this guy. This guy is my character. He's kind of starting from scratch. He's on the outskirts. He does what he can with what he can. But no, beautiful buildings. The floors are to die for. It's just great stuff. Van Harlan, man. If you haven't tried any of her stuff, definitely check it out. Same with Tank Girl, by the way. Tank Girl is up there on that monstrosity. She's the one who created a lot of different things. Galactic Harvest, for one. And this is from one of her, I want to say, townhouse kind of things. So let's pop it in there real quick. It's a work in progress, so bear with me. But yeah, I love this place. There's the spaceport. That's actually the second outpost, I guess you'd say. And I've got plans like down there. Well, we've got greenhouses. That's from Tank Girl as well. Currently trying to grow some pumpkins, but for some reason my pumpkins are below the surface. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. It might be the way that I have things layered, but all of this is Tank Girl stuff, so I don't think it's layered. I still think the pumpkins are growing. That's just me. But now check this out. Look how slimy this stuff is, okay? And I was talking to Finn Harlan, and she said it's because it's a glitch that sometimes parts will take on coloring of, I guess, the textures around them, so to speak. Not necessarily coloring, but the traits. And what I was showing off over here, where it was kind of green and gunky, that is probably what's soaking up over there. And you can see I got my little water reservoirs too. Those are just purely decorative. I wanted this to be kind of like a little farm area. Well, that, and then down the hill here, this little green thing, I am going to try to get some small grazing animals and fence it in old school style, because that's kind of how my guy likes to go. But yeah, so this is the basic vanilla hab. You can pop into it. Then, like I said, Van Harlan's cool floors. This is going to be my alchemy workshop. My guy basically gets by with alchemy. And if you ever want to just power level and get crazy, Tank Girl's alchemy. It can do some serious crazy stuff to the point where I don't really use it so much because I like the grind. But that, how awesome is that looking thing there? You know, I like the other alchemy mod, which it's not housing, so I'm blanking on it. I think it's Cenarian, maybe, I'm not sure. This though is incredibly well done, very balanced, very fun. And that's too. I mean, I have Tank Girl stuff because I can go hunt meat. I'm sorry, my old puppy. She's not a puppy anymore. She's coughing. That's all right, May. You're okay. Um, no, like I was saying before I lost my train of thought here. No, Tank Girl stuff for that Galactic Harvest is cool. The hunting aspect of it and the cooking of food for different perks. I kind of think the uh, um, alchemy stuff's a bit busted, but you don't have to use it just because it's there. You can avoid it. It's a single player game, so game balance is whatever you feel like doing that day, to be honest. No, she did these cool greenhouses too, Tank Girl did. And here's more of that Betamax stuff. This staircase, Betamax. And then I married the two together on the back side of this. Betamax on this stuff here. Tank Girl made like this patio kind of deal. And I've got another one down here. This part of the base is the part that I really like the most. I couldn't figure out how to make a walkway coming down. And Betamax lets you build steps, so that's what I did. Oddly enough, I've got one section here that's not taking on the color of the slime, so I'm going to put a Crimson Fleet flag there. I kind of come attached to this slime. With a name like Mossy, you kind of figure, yeah, that's a given. But it's less. You can see how stark coloring that is. Look how that kind of matches the wood, or not the wood, the rock. I really think that looks sharp. Not so much the green slime everywhere, because you're going to slip and fall down the stairs and break something. But no, coming over here, we've got more Tank Girl stuff. And these big long sections that you see here, actually the way that I was able to bridge this proper outpost with that proper outpost is by using roads that will stick out just a little bit past your building spot, so to speak, as long as the main access is centered in the area that you can build at. So trying to line those up was a nightmare, but I kind of did a halfway decent job, so I'm sort of proud about that. But anyway, no, I've got like a little waterway, and at night this looks so cool. All this stuff lights up. This is again from Tank Girl. We're just going to walk through it, not like we're going to get leeches. And originally I had like a, I don't know, like a castle keep kind of thing, but I thought like a meditative area would look better, because I had a hard time with the castle keep lining up with these hills, because If you run a straight wall out, it's going to be like that. It's going to be, oh, your invaders are just going to walk up the hill and get in. So I didn't really want a walled off area anyway. I kind of like it being a little more welcoming. So this is that section, and if we run up here, I got some steps, but I'm going to break something anyway, because I'm trying to work on my regeneration. Sorry. Or my physical skill anyway that lets you just heal over things. So no, this here, I plan to maybe put some crops in eventually, once I get those up and going through Galactic Harvest. But barring that, there's also another little backside here. I didn't know what to do with this. Maybe a shooting range, because you've got a backstop of iron back behind there. I could move that over here, but then people who are trying to have maybe it's okay, kiddo. Come here. People who are trying to have a relaxing time are going to hear the firearms going off. That might not be the best. But, oh, this place is beautiful. But no, down here I'm going to make a distillery. At least that's the plan. I think I just heard my daughter coming home. But no, this is another section that's kind of taken on that slimy nature around it. I remember where I put my staircase. It's kind of camouflaged. But yeah, more of these rocks. I'm pretty sure these are the culprits, but they haven't infected that wall yet, so I don't know. Not sure what's up with that. It's probably just going to have to be something I live with, which is okay by me. I'm also using some of Sweet Pea's stuff. She's made a lot of interior cells that, or not really cells, but interior decorations that are really, really nice. I just bought a pack for just a couple bucks that adds over 200 pieces. And I've also always rocked her fireplaces, and she's just a good person too. I mean, the whole Starfield modding community, the ones I deal with though, or anyway, or talk with, I know people, their mileage may vary with different folks, but I adore all these guys. They seem decent. They'll talk to you. Heck, Harlan's the one who told me basically why those things were catching that weird glitch. But now we're going to walk into the property here. I've not really done much with it other than that little sleeping bag when I was trying to test out crop plots. But it's a good sized room. I mean, I've been trying to work on the bathroom a little bit. No toilet yet, but man, you live on a beach. The ocean's your toilet. Not really. Up here, I plan to maybe put some statues, because there's not really a section that you can use for a whole lot, but you could put some displays in the windows. They look pretty neat. I don't really have a whole lot in this building as of yet. I'm trying to get the structures necessary to make the different stuff. But it's a big, beautiful room. I do have my alchemy bench that I forgot, and I've got a duplicate of, so I'll probably end up taking that down. You look out the windows, you can kind of see the little farm thing going on over there, and your power. I've got a lot of storage for once I actually start cranking out stuff. I've just kind of transitioned into working on this side of the base. Like I said, that's a whole second base, but they're attached, so that's kind of cool. You got your spot up here where you can kind of look out and say hi to different folks. And then your staircase, I kind of got turned around there for a second. It's right down this way. So everything's kind of interconnected. I'd like to put something to kind of camouflage this. You got that gap going on there. But like I said, this place is a work in progress, and I'll be working on it for a long, long time. We've got some water things over here for the different greenhouses. probably on the far side. Plus, water's important if I want this to be, because the water on the planet itself, sometimes it hurts you, sometimes it don't. It's kind of weird. Let's go see what mood it's in today. And it's kind of angry, but not too bad. Excuse me while I take some amp so I can get out of the hole that I find myself in. I don't want to fence this in. It's pretty broad. This I put up just because I figure if I'm driving my ride around, I don't want it to go off the edge. Back in this corner, I'm going to put a picnic table or something kind of nice. And I don't know this big area here what I want to do. I know this is the lab, so maybe this is like the area where you go in and you dip into your lab clothes. I don't know. I'm still work in progress with this little section. It does come with this big spot here with the crane. Everything you kind of see in that section is right up to the wood anyway is Betamax, and nice little garage for your rover, and unlimited storage I do believe here in the storage bay. But yeah, this is the Viking base side of it, and at night it is just beautiful. I came in on the ass end of it because that's the ugly side, but beachfront property, bro. It's not bad. Oh, malnourished and dehydrated. But no, once I get these going, that's not me, that's my dog. You hear those toots. Oh, you poor thing. She's a good old girl. No. Anyway, this thing here is going to eventually be a greenhouse for, I don't know, crops or something. I wanted to grow pumpkins because it's getting close to one of my favorite times of the year with Halloween. And yeah, that's a thing. Oh, we are going to catch maybe a sunset over by that Stonehenge area. Maybe not. I don't know if I can get there quick enough. You get some awesome sunsets and sunrises over here. I'm going to pop into the ride and see if I can get across the way. Hey, kiddo, how was your day? Oh, where to? Oh, okay. Love you too. That was my daughter popping in to say hi. How's it look? Oh yeah. I see. It'd be nice to be able to get rid of that crane, but it is what it is. So over here is the proper spaceport area. Right now I currently have two, and I think that's all I have designs for outpost links. This one is interstellar, and the one next to it is local. But yeah, I gotta get over there. I think I can do it. Alright, well, back to this place. Now we're gonna get a tour in the dark, but it's a spaceport. Spaceports in the dark are exciting. You're welcome. Um, this is a Miss O structure, and she does some really great stuff too. That's how I made. I didn't make. That's how I plopped down. She's the one who made it. This really cool landing pad that has rock formations on it that kind of match up with the area that you're at. And then I, of course, glitched in these two towers and another little building hab, and that's pretty. Oh, this place is home. I'm going to really miss it when I New Game Plus. But no, back to Miss O. She does some outstanding stuff, and this is just one of the two structures I have of hers in this build, but I've been using her stuff for a while. She does great work. You can change up these to look different ways. There's a couple of unlimited storage spots in here. I'll show you my farting space frog. Yeah, because I'm a juvenile. Explosive. Yeah. Anyways, 37 hours a day. It's open, so you can always use the bathroom. I don't know what I'm doing here. I was putting in storage for a while. Not quite sure what. And I like to think of this next portion that I've put in as something that's been added new because you want some kind of navigation. You see how things kind of look run down and used because for this stuff it's miners. I figure they're out there working on their gear, but this next room is really, well, it's a work in progress, but it's really kind of sterile and fancy, and I want it to be the navigation area for our trade port because we just put in these landing pads, and I figure they need to know how to land. That's why up on top of the roof of here I've got a bunch of weird structural pieces that look like they're doing stuff. Some different antennas, and it's a big metal building pushing 10. Great Kuzak movie. Now down here is going to be where I throw in some fabricators, I think, and it's just basically a storage room. Oh, at night, yes. You can kind of see how that looks. Well, we might buzz over there real quick after. I guess there's not a whole lot over on this side other than the layout and the fact that it started off as an island. I hate this little section because you can fall down in there and get trapped. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Probably build it in. But I got my garages going on over here. I can go inner system or outside of the system with your supplies being flown in. This is the ship that I've got, and its inside is more Van Harlan's Ashlander living. But this isn't a ship tour, it's a base tour, so I'll save you that nightmare. But let's go over there real fast, and just so you can kind of see how that place looks at night. I absolutely love it. I also regret not being over here in the daylight because Misso plays, man. This structure is really flippin' cool. It's a really neat circular landing pad encompassed in rock, and you can just do a lot with it. So we'll go grab the ride and bust over there real fast, just because I built this garage to house a car, so I may as well use the car, right? I'm going to be honest, I wanted to put a ramp here somewhere just so you could Evel Knievel it right into the ocean. So over to Pirate's Peace we go. Oh yeah, that's the name of the base too. This is Pirate's Peace, and that's Half Troll Harbor back behind me. But no, I love this. If you catch it at the right time of night, right before night actually, and you got the sun setting over there, and you can walk to the garden. I almost want to do like a raised path up, so you can kind of walk in it. I don't know. We'll figure that one out later. But no, look at this illumination that she's got going on here. That girl's got some good stuff. And I absolutely love the little meditative grove. Oh, get up. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing over here. I don't think it's going to be a firing range. Just because, yeah, reasons. But I do like the idea of making a brewery down here. Maybe get some water purifiers, and we can call it Mossys Swamp Ale, or I don't know. But we're going to do something down this way. Because I got some real estate that I've got plans for. I mean, when you come down here, going to first person here, I got all this area back here that I could kind of fold into something building-wise, or I'm not quite sure what yet. I need to put up, of course, some type of fencing or round off the edges like I did here with the different building types. That's Betamax for though, man. He helps you do shit that you didn't even know you needed to do, and the structural mods and stuff, or not structural, functional, are just great. But no, I love this place. It's it's quickly became, and I've built a lot of different things in a lot of different games, from Ark to No Man's Sky to whatever. And even though I couldn't place each piece and build a wall up in a shell and have the layout that you absolutely want, there's something about this place that makes it my all-time favorite. Been doing it for a long time, and I want to put more of these trees in too. That's another mod that I have, and I know I've missed some mod authors who are like, "Hey, that's my stuff, Moss. Why didn't you say anything about me?" I am terrible. I'm terrible about remembering things. The ones that I basically highlighted are the ones that I've dealt with the most, and there's lots of different things. But I also wanted to say this much, and it's not a dig on people who believe differently and have said so online, but don't be afraid to mix and match your building parts. Uh, I've heard people say don't do anything with bases. Don't mix and match there because there's going to be conflicts and issues. Yeah, you'll get issues, but you get the same stuff with shipbuilding sometimes, and uh, nothing ventured, nothing gained. This is my favorite place, and I couldn't have it if I just used one part of the building mechanic offered to me. Go big or go home sometimes. Anyway, thank you guys for taking the time to listen to me ramble. Again, I'm sorry for the farting dog and the coughing and the interruptions, but I'm a one take kind of guy. I get in there, basically treat it like a stream, and then I'll import it to YouTube and we'll see how it works. But hope everybody has a great rest of their week. Keep on gaming and keep having fun. And thank you guys in the Starfield community for keeping things great, because there's a lot of folks out there who just hate this game for reasons unknown, and it's nice to have like-minded folks to share this experience with. So, peace out. Take care. Later days.